Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of PatsPlatesPv TV. I apologize for the mess. I'm working on another Airbnb for those of you looking for a place. Just finished up a beautiful shower, and this will be called Studio Arte. I'm going to feature some local artist art here to lighten the place up and make it fun. The reason for today's Pat chat or visit is that I want to go ahead and cover foreign plated vehicles. I am contacted all the time by tourists, temporary residents, permanent residents, and Mexican citizens or dual citizens that have a vehicle they want to bring to Mexico or already have a vehicle here in Mexico. And a lot of times I share with these people, your options are take it out, legalize it, or permanently import it. The traditional importation at the border is expensive. Vehicle can be imported if it is a NAFTA vehicle. Same thing, it can be legalized if it's a NAFTA vehicle. That means that it was manufactured in the United States, Canada, or Mexico. And the duty for importation is roughly 75% of the value of the vehicle unless it's exactly 8 or 9 years old. So right now that's 2014 or 2015. In that case, it's a 25% duty. Legalization, what they have through the presidential decree right now is much, much less. Go ahead and reach out to us about that. That one's also really cool because that is any vehicle 2017 or older can be legalized. And if you're a tourist, if you're a permanent resident, if you're a temporary resident, that is an option for you. With tourists, you can use a friend that is a legal resident and have the vehicle legalized into their name and then transferred into yours. You need to watch out though, because I did have one client that contacted me. We checked based on what they had told us and said, you know what, unfortunately legalization is not an option for you, but you can't import it. They come back and contact us a few weeks later and start asking us questions, like, well, what kind of paperwork do you get with the legalization? And, what's the process like? And I go, I thought you couldn't get your vehicle legalized because you brought it in. And he goes, yeah, well, I know this lawyer, and the lawyer says, for X amount of dollars that they can get around that. They have somebody. And I said, well, let me double check. So go ahead and send me your CURP number, which is your Mexican ID number, and the VIN number of the vehicle, and I'll put it in the system. And I put it in the system to check, and it says this vehicle doesn't qualify. It had come in at a certain date range that disqualified it. And so I told the guy, I go, they're not going to legalize your vehicle. They can do the state level, which was very common to do previously, but it's not going to go into the federal importation system, and that can be an issue for you. So, watch out. And he goes, I kind of wondered about that. Thank you, Pat. So, you guys are looking for different options to go ahead and legalize or import your vehicle, reach out to us. Just remember, because so many of you say, well, I'll bring the car down and then I'll think about it. The thing is, people drive all the way down. Remember, it's roughly 18 hours. I mean, here for Puerto Vallarta, for Guadalajara, you're looking at roughly 18 hours from the border. Plus however long it took you to get from Canada to the United States to get to the border. So, like from Wyoming from Portland, Oregon, it was like a 55 hour drive, plus stops for sleeping and stuff like that. It was terrible. So once you drive down, you don't want to drive back. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to drive back. Nobody, right? And so unfortunately people, they think that they'll drive back, but they don't want to. So it's better to go ahead and, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. To go ahead and get the vehicle legalized or imported before, and then go ahead and have an option to, sell it here within Mexico versus getting here and then having to drive out, because that's not a fun drive. Anyways, we're here to help. Sorry for the medley of information. If you're confused, great. We tend to do that to people, but shoot us a message and we'll go ahead and clarify everything for you. Thanks for watching this episode of PatsPlatesPv TV.